All right, so the fourth topic here is Tammy Lynn Sytch, the former Sunny. And, you know, it is kind of sad to see where she's at right now because she's going to be possibly, come November, sentenced to face or sentenced to 25 years in prison because of what she did last year. And she has had multiple, you know, multiple opportunities to clean up her act, and she has not. And what's crazy about it is Peacock has, because I guess they own, because I guess Universal Comcast owns Reels channel or has a partnership with them, but they own Reels channel, and they have acquired basically through ownership or partnership with Reels, basically the China Wrestling with Demons documentary, and it's one of the people that was interviewed, and this came out last year, and one of the people that got interviewed for the documentary was Tammy Sytch. And what really pisses, I think, a lot of fans off when they see her on there, because I think it came out around the same time this whole situation that occurred to where, she was driving without a license or driving with a suspended license, in the state of Florida, DUI, all that. I think what pisses people off is she comes on to this documentary and basically basically says, you know, basically says that she talked to Joni China, if you will, before she passed, asking her to join her and asking her to come with her to her AAA meeting, her alcoholic anonymous or alcohol anonymous, if you will. And Joni China refused. And you listen to that, you hear her being the one saying, "Hey, I was telling her to, I was suggesting she come, asking her to come join me for an AA meeting." It's like, of all people to ask China, Joni, to come to a rehabilitation program, with her or with them, the last person to do that is Tammy Sytch. And again, ironically, this comes out around the same time, almost the same time, what the situation that's landed her where she is right now occurred. And it's just sad to see how far she's fallen. It really is. I mean, to me, I'm going to be honest with you, straight up. I think this whole situation with her, going down the path that she did, I think this whole situation started when Chris Candido passed away, unfortunately. I think that's when it started. It's like she started to have the slow decline. She started to have the slow decline mentally and physically, and you know, it just it just went. It just was like a roller coaster. It's like at times she was okay, but then she would drop. Okay, drop. Okay, drop. That's what it was. It was a roller coaster. It was like she'd be up and okay, then she would drop down. And this time around, she dropped and descended basically into a crashing formation. Basically, there was no, going up or anything. It was just straight down. And this is just sad. It's just sad for her because you look at how she looked in 2007, at the end of 2007. You look at her when she got inducted in 2011, if you will, or 2009, and then 2011. I mean, 2011 she got inducted into Hall of Fame. 2009 she made it up here. I mean, you look at that and you're like, this can't be the same woman. This can't be the same woman, but yet the thumbnail tells you otherwise. The thumbnail tells you otherwise. And it's like this. It's like to me, all of this downward spiralness occurred, in my opinion, or just started to really, you know, start to rear its ugly head on her after Candido's death. I honestly believe that you cannot tell me otherwise. You cannot tell me otherwise that wasn't what started this whole situation because it did. It did. And again, you look at when they interviewed her. I don't know when it was like at the beginning of 2022, end of 2021. I don't know when they interviewed her for the China documentary. It's like you look at her then, and then later on that year, what happened? It's like again, it's like night and day. It is like night and day. It's like what is going on with this woman? It's like the interview, it's like she's okay, she's up and everything, she's good, but then all of a sudden it's like straight down. It's like, it's like, did this woman forget to take her suppressions, like the medication she needs to not be so depressed and not be, out there, mentally? Did she forget her medications that she was recommended to take so she could be okay? Did she miss doctor appointments? Appointments with psychiatrists, physicists? Did she, therapists, I should say? Did she miss all those? What happened? What caused her, to just finally go after getting so many opportunities to try to redeem herself, to make herself better? What happened? I can tell you what happened. I can tell you what happened. It, I, I can tell you what happened, honestly. I think my opinion, she probably believed, hey, I'm cool, I'm good. I'll just have one little drink of beer or one little drink of wine or whiskey and I'll be okay. And then guess what? One drink turned into another. And she just started to spiral down out of control. I think that's what happened. In my opinion, I think that's what happened. She probably felt, hey, I'm good. I'm rehabbed. I'm fine. One drink's not going to harm me. And guess what? It turned into multiple, I bet. I bet you anything it did. And that's what caused the downward spiral. That's what caused her to get into the situation she's in now. So, yeah, it is disappointing. It is disappointing and sad to know about that, to see that. And now she's on the verge of facing maybe 25 years maximum in prison. Now, they could cut it short. They could say it's 15 years with 10 years probation. They could say it's 15 with 10. Who knows? Who knows? They could say it's 10 years or 15 years probation. Who knows? We'll have to see. We'll have to see. But I guarantee you, she's going to end up getting an ankle bracelet put on her ankle, on both her ankles, if not both her wrists. A wrist bracelet, an ankle bracelet to keep an eye on her, just like what Jeff Hardy's wearing right now. I guarantee you that's what's going to happen, but it'll be more than just one bracelet, ankle bracelet or whatever that she's going to have to wear to keep her in check. Even when she's behind bars. Even if she's behind bars. So to me, it's just sad to see how far she's fallen. Here's the girl that was voted the most downloadable woman in AOL history, at the start of the internet, everything. It still is looked at that way to this day. It's like, it's like you wonder to yourself, you ask yourself, where did it all go wrong? And in my opinion, I think it all began the moment Chris Candido unfortunately passed away. That's when I think it happened. But yeah, it is sad. It's just a sad state to see this woman in. And God willing, she gets the help she needs, even behind bars. So let me know what your thoughts are on that fourth topic, and let's move on to number 5.